ओमज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापते नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। तो आप सभी भक्तों का हार्दिक स्वागत है आज के श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की चर्चा में। हम लोग चर्चा कर रहे हैं चैप्टर 2 टेक्स्ट 67। इंद्रियाणाम हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य भारती प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि। So, as a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. So, in the previous verse, Lord Krishna says, नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न च युक्तस्य भावना न च भावयतः शान्तिर् अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. If one is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness, so he cannot have transcendental intelligence by which the mind can be fixed or made the steady at the lotus feet of the Lord, and without which there will be no possibility of peace for such a person, and then he should not expect any happiness in his life. So this is what Krishna said. So now, in today's verse, Lord Krishna is explaining the reason why, if somebody who is not connected fully with the Supreme, that means who is not connected in Krishna consciousness, one who has not become Krishna conscious. So definitely, because of lack of proper object or goal for the mind and the senses, because the mind and senses requires certain engagement. Mind and senses cannot be made inactive completely, which those who are impersonalists, Mayavadis, they try to make mind and senses inactive, but that's not possible. So actually, it's not the question of mind or senses that it is always active, but it is a question of the living entity, the soul. The presence of the soul makes the mind and senses in the body of a person to always remain active or to always hanker for some kind of activity, because this proves that soul is always active. And soul cannot be made uh, inert or neutral or inactive, as wrongly thought by uh, this impersonalist. They think that, or even Buddhist also, they think they don't have any conception of the soul, but their idea is also similar. They want to make all activities zero, shunya. And monistic impersonalists also, they also try to do the same thing. They do accept the existence of the soul, but they want to make the soul inactive uh, or inert, which is as good as having no soul. Means like Buddhist Shunyavadi, they think that there is no soul, everything ultimately becomes null and void, zero. And impersonalists, they also say the same thing in a different manner. They accept the existence of Brahman, soul, but they say the soul has no activity. It remains impersonal after liberation. But the very proof that mind and senses are always active, uh, uh, this proves that the soul is always active. The soul's nature is to remain always active. The soul present within the body. Uh, because of the presence of the soul, uh, the body means this mind and senses gets active nature. Otherwise, because as soon as the soul is not present, that means the body is dead, the person is dead and gone. So the same senses, although it may be functioning in a proper manner, it may be in proper manner, but same eyes cannot see, ears cannot hear, uh, nose cannot smell. But when the soul is present, the senses are always active and mind is always active. So this gives us an idea that it is the nature of the soul which always remains active. In the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna will clarify this point in more detail by stating, Nahi kasyat kshanavapi jatu tishtati akarma krit. The embodied soul cannot remain inactive even for a single moment. 24 by 7, every living entity is active. Even while sleeping, our senses are active, nose is active, and even ears are also active because as soon as you call out somebody's name, immediately he hears and his sleep breaks. Ears are very active. And for some uh, uh, means extraordinary creature, eyes are also active. You may be wondering how eyes can be active. And this is my experience. When I sleep, and even if there is slight means light, if somebody just ons a torchlight in the mobile, because of that slight light, my eyes immediately opens. Uh, uh, इसको बोलते हैं सौन निद्रा. बट आगे का नहीं बोल सकता बको ध्यान. बट सौन निद्रा, a very sensitive sleep. So ears are active as soon as even little sound vibration is there, immediately sleep breaks. A little light is there, immediately sleep breaks. Uh, so that means the ears and eyes are also active when you are sleeping. Then what to speak of others? This mind mind is of course very active. When while sleeping, we think of so many things. Our dreams keep coming, dreams. So that means mind is also active. So this proves that mind and senses are 24 by 7 active. So one cannot make it inert and inactive. That's why the only possible solution in order to uh, control mind and senses is to fix it. हाँ, कोई कोई पूछ लीजिए, लेकिन कॉल करें. हाँ, ये नंबर. So the only good solution or perfect solution to fully control our mind and senses is to fix it somewhere from where it is not distracted forever. Uh, if somebody thinks I will stop because of certain sense activities, I'm getting entangled, I'm suffering, my life is becoming miserable, so let me stop all sense activities. Uh, so those who want to make activities of the senses inactive. So this idea of making senses senseless, this idea is nonsensical. It does not make sense to make the senses senseless because it cannot happen. So that's why Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita. Param Drishtva Nivartate, Krishna already spoke. And this verse, in the previous verse, Krishna told, if one is not properly connected with Krishna, and with the consciousness, then definitely he will, his mind and senses will roam around the objects of material world. And in this particular verse, Krishna says, Indriyanam hi charatam yan mano anuvidiyate tadasya harati pragyam vayur navam. It is so dangerous. As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses, not this all the five senses, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence completely, and then he is devastated. Huh? Huh? And he is devastated. One of the roaming senses. It may be eyes, ears, nose, tongue, or skin. Five senses we have seen, and many any of the senses. If one focuses, if mind gets attached and focuses, then the man's intelligence is lost, and he is again befooled by Maya, even knowing very well that this is not at all good. He gets entangled, and then there is no hope. He becomes a hopeless case. And especially, one should be very careful with the ears and eyes. These two are very powerful. With eyes, one should not see such thing which may agitate the mind, and mind may start focusing upon that. With ears, one should not hear such sound vibrations by hearing which mind gets agitated. So then also it is difficult. Just like seeing Ajamila, he was a very nice cultured Brahmana, uh, but he just once only saw uh, the scene, this you can say adult scene, adult content he watched live. It was not fully adult, like fully adult movie, but he saw in the forest one uh, this Shudra, a low class man. He was embarrassing, hugging similarly a low class woman, a prostitute, in public, uh, in the forest, and they were all the both of them were fully intoxicated. Their eyes were rolling, and their clothes were disarrayed. So he just saw this, and his mind became so agitated that he tried to control at that very moment. He immediately went away from there and tried to focus on upon his services and the good instructions he received from his father, who was a very capable Brahmin from the scriptures. It's not that Ajamila means he started enjoying immediately the thought, or he was just when he saw this scene, so he hid himself and he was fully watching the full movie. No, it was not like this. As soon as he saw, his mind got disturbed and immediately understood this is not good for me. And he ran away from there and he tried to very much. It is mentioned Ajamila was a very nice Brahmana. The qualifications of Ajamila, if you read from Bhagavatam, you'll understand it is very, that means he was a very great, very nice Brahman. He had full control over his mind and senses. He was fully satisfied with whatever he was having, and he was satisfied in worshipping the Lord in this way. And he had a very nice Brahman wife also, wife, children, mother, father, everything was very all right. He was nicely progressing in Krishna consciousness devotional service. But he just saw this. So because of this eyes, for short duration of time, he got this, his mind got this idea that this could be a better version of sense enchant. So then mind started to contemplate. Although she had his wife, beautiful wife, but the mind started contemplating to enjoy in the manner that prostitute and that Shudra were enjoying. And in this way, he became so agitated, mind became so agitated that eventually he abandoned his mother, father, wife, and then he brought that prostitute. And in order to maintain her, because she was a prostitute, so she was not going to be satisfied with simple living. So, in order to maintain her, fulfill her desires, Ajamila, who was a Brahman, he had he was not so rich, so he had to perform so many other criminal activities, sinful activities, stealing, murdering, and so many other things in order to earn lot of money and to satisfy that prostitute so that she can remain with him. And in this way, he produced 10 children from her womb. And last one, even at the age of almost above 80, when he was above 80 years old, he was so old. Still, he produced one more child, son. But fortunately, because he was very fortunate, so he named that child with Narayana. And he became, because the son was youngest son, so it's natural. Parents become most attached to the youngest child. So he became very attached to his youngest son, Narayana. And he was already old. So when he came at the verge of death, he was just about to die. So immediately he saw Yamdutas were coming, and they were so ferocious in looking and so angry. And the Yamdutas, they came and they started to chastise him. They started to bind him and to forcefully drag him in order to take him to Yamlok to give him proper punishment. So seeing the form, very fierce form of three Yamadutas coming towards him with ropes in their hand, uh, the Jamila became very fearful. He became so fearful that he immediately, because he was most attached to his youngest son, so he immediately called out, Narayan, Narayana, please come. He didn't mean to call the Supreme Lord Narayana, but he just meant to call Narayana, please come. And Narayana sent his Vishnudutas. So that's a different thing, but important. Eventually, he was saved because he could chant the holy name of Narayana at the time of death. That's a different thing, but we should not think that I will also engage in simple activities and at the time of death I will also chant the name of Lord. That's not possible. Like Rajamila's case is exceptional case, so we should understand. There is why he became so fortunate because of his previous devotional service. In this life also, he was a very nice brahmana in the beginning and earned lot of good qualification. In the previous birth also, he was very qualified uh, brahmana and he acted very religiously. So some or other he got it. But the lesson which we should learn that it was just eyes which focused. So now we can imagine in today's modern time, there is a lot of ample opportunity for eyes to get entangled. You just walk out, especially in the cities like Mumbai. You just walk out of the temple, uh, and very near to our temple. It's Juhu Beach. So in the evening, if you go, so you will get so many hundreds of Ajamilas seen to watch, to see. Uh, it's so means degraded. And anywhere you go, it's right now it has become so contaminated, so degraded that in the stations also, on the bridges, you'll find. Uh, just imagine such unfortunate situation. Although policemen are there, so many everything is there, but still nobody cares. Uh, Sometimes these people of these Bajrang Dal people, they are very nice. Whenever they see such things happening, they immediately rush to beat uh, these boys and girls. So they are doing this good thing at least. So कम से कम से डर के मारे तो कुछ लोग बच के रहेंगे. But actually, this is the job of policemen. They should do. protect, but in public places also. So many Ajamila cases happen. Uh, uh, Sometimes when I go to stations, I have to think about it, which bridge I should take, which will be safe for me to pass. Otherwise, if we pass from certain bridge, there are certain bridges in the station, जिसका नाम ही रख दिया है कि this bridge is meant for couples, couple spot, couples के spotted spot है in the railway stations, public places. It is so degrading. And above all, through this media, Android phone, and so many adult contents are there. So it has become practically a very easy task for Maya to enter through eyes as well. Eyes. And once it captures, the mind is completely agitated, then it's very difficult. So, but we can say by the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, anybody who is even slightly sincere devotee. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very mercifully uh, means protects. That is also a fact. Otherwise, if devotees like us who are living in the temple and who are following these security principles strictly, so how is it possible? The only possible, Srila Prabhupada said this. Uh, if any devotee who is able to strictly follow four agreed principle in this degraded age of Kali, that means he is protected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is having the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu removes his lotus hand from a devotee's life, the devotee will immediately fall down. This age is so degraded. That's why we should always, Srila Prabhupada said, and never become puffed up. Even if you are able to very strictly follow four greedy principle, never become puffed up, thinking that now I am able to control my mind and senses, now Maya cannot touch me. As soon as if you think like this, immediately Maya is ready to capture. So always remain very in a prayerful mood. Always pray to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, my dear Lord, I am very vulnerable to fall into Maya. Please always protect me. Keep me very close to your lotus feet. Uh, My only desire is to remain very safe and protected from all kinds of Maya, especially Maya in the form of woman is the most powerful agent of Maya. Uh, So please protect me and always keep me engaged in your service. So a devotee who regularly or daily basis or constantly prays to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu. So for such a devotee, there is no risk, but only till the time he maintains this prayerful attitude. But as soon as a devotee becomes very proud of that I have been following very strictly principles from many years, so immediately there will be chance that he may fall down. Yes. One may be a great sannyasi also. One may be in Krishna consciousness movement for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, whole life. Even till last breath, there will be possibility to get fall. If one is not careful, if one becomes a little proud, and if one leaves the shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Uh, but if that is guaranteed, if one every day and always praise to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityanand Prabhu for protection. So they always protect. Uh, this I have very personal experience. I have seen. That's why I have decided not to leave the service of God Nitya. My desire is not to leave the service even for a single day, but sometimes because of bodily inabilities, I miss. But this is my heartfelt desire. And after serving, after doing dressing and everything, every day I pray this that, my dear Lord, Nityanand Prabhu, you should also pray like this. You can pray if you want. Even if you are not serving directly, at least you have photo. And even without photo also, you can pray to Nityanand Prabhu. As soon as you get up from the bed, every devotee, I always said, many times I said, as soon as you get up from the bed, immediately you should chant. Hare Krishna. I generally chant Gauranga, Jai, Gaurang Mahaprabhu ki Jai. I chant like this, and then I offer my obeisances to my spiritual master, uh, and then Prabhupada, pranams to Prabhupada, and then I chant 12 names of Nityanand Prabhu and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when in the night when we go to bed, so at that time also we should remember Sri Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, and offer our obeisances to our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. So if one does like this, even in the dream one will be protected. This is guaranteed. I have experienced this. Even in the dream, if you get the opportunity to fall down, where there will be actually every possibility, because in dreams you have no conscious effort to make. You cannot consciously make effort because everything is controlled by subconsciousness, subconscious mind. So that means if you intensely take shelter of Gaurang Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, so they are so merciful, they will enter into your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind means that it is deep rooted within your heart, mind, so that as soon as certain situation comes, immediately you just call out Nitai Gaur. Just like uh, when we are not in devotional service, so many times, uh, sometimes when somebody uh, meets some risk of getting accident, so immediately they chant मम्मी पापा नानी ओ ऐसे बोलते हैं ना लोग अलग अलग बोलते हैं but if you become very intensely attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, so subconsciously also you will immediately call out the Lord's name, and then you will get the protection. Protection is guaranteed. So in this way, so one should every day pray to God Nitai. You should pray, oh Nitai, please save me. Please always protect me. Please let me not lose this wonderful opportunity of human birth. Let me not lose the wonderful opportunity to serve the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Uh, please remove my all anarthas, attachments. Please cleanse my heart. Please destroy all my lusty desires. Please destroy my false ego. Please make me fully surrendered to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if you find there are certain things within my heart which is stopping me to fully surrender to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please forcefully you come and appear within the core of my heart and remove everything forcefully. I give you full license. You can speak like this. You should speak like this because the Lord is very powerful. There is nothing which He cannot do. But if something is still remaining within our heart, uh, because of which we are not unable to fully overcome Maya and unable to fully surrender to Krishna. That means those things are, we have become so attached to those things that we are unable to give it up. The Lord wants to remove it, but we are some or other unable to give it up. So, in such cases, we should pray to the Lord that, my dear Lord, because of my attachment, I am not willing to give up, but I have the desire that it should be removed. So I give you full freedom, full license that you come and you operate uh, and you remove these things. Especially if you pray to Lord Nityanand Prabhu like this, so that I want to get attached to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service, Lotus Feet, service of Lotus Feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityanand Prabhu being very pleased with such a desire of the devotee, she definitely means works uh, and cleanses the heart of such a devotee. And then one should pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like this, my dear Lord, your illusory energy, Maya, is very powerful. I fully accept that I cannot handle your Maya, so I am not at all dependent upon me. I take full shelter of your lotus feet, so please you protect me from the influence of your Maya, and especially uh, for Prabhuji's, I can say, and for Mataji as well, vice versa. For those who are Prabhuji, they should speak like this, especially youth. All of you are young devotees, youth devotees. You should Pray like this. My dear Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please protect me from your Maya, especially Maya in the form of woman is very powerful. Many great exalted personalities have fallen down. So who am I? So only if you are there in my life, if you protect, I can be protected. So in this way, we should remain always very prayerful and take the shelter. So the important point is even one of the senses are so powerful. Lord Krishna is saying in this verse. So okay, time is up. Tomorrow we'll discuss more about it. So today just we focus on one sense, eyes, and ears are also very powerful. Uh, One of the great rishi, he just heard the tinkling sound of a apsara, of an apsara. He just heard this, and his mind got agitated completely, and he engaged in physical relationship with her. It is so powerful. Eyes, Saubari Rishi also saw just he just saw fishes having sex, and his mind got completely agitated.